Before I joined AVID, I didn't really care about school. For middle school, I faced a lot of confusion with my homework and my tests. There were times I was pushing myself too hard, and then I'd get frustrated with myself and then give up. I wanted to get in AVID super badly because it seemed super fun. You did a lot of challenges, but not by yourself. You did it with teamwork, whereas in other classes, you had to do it alone. I've always been competitive and always hard on myself, and I think that comes a lot from my sports. I would push myself until I physically couldn't anymore, and I think without AVID, school wasn't really challenging me, and I can't get better if nothing's challenging me. I've been wanting to join AVID since 6th grade, and there was a wait list. I kept asking the 6th grade AVID teacher, can I get in, can I get in, can I get in? I didn't get in 6th grade, but then 7th grade I got in, and then I was really happy. My AVID educators influenced my sense of self with my confidence level, giving me support and answering the questions that I wouldn't have had if I hadn't joined AVID. It's not the program, but it's the people that are in AVID that support you and encourage you. Not only my educators, but also my peers. If I don't try my best, I'm not gonna feel my best. But if I try my best, I'm gonna go into something feeling better.
Okay, Kate, just take this pitch 450 dead center. That's what my softball coach told me on a very hot Saturday afternoon. We were playing in the 10 and under league, and my team was up against the Comets, our rivals. We were down by 6 in the 3rd inning, and it was a 3-2 count with bases loaded, no outs. How I played in that moment in that game mattered a lot. My grip on the bat was hot and squishy in the 90-degree heat, and my confidence wavered. That's the moment I heard my coach say, Kate, you're a good hitter and an excellent base runner. We need you on base. We need to win this game. Take this pitch 450 dead center, and then I'll get you ice cream after the game. And I don't know about you, but to me, ice cream sounded really good. Hit it over her head, I could hear my teammates saying. After I stepped into the batter's box, I battled the feeling of a black hole in my stomach, sucking all my breath away. I was scared, but I had to rally myself. Come on, Kate, just try, just hit it and run. With those words repeating in my mind, I focused on the pitch. The pitch came in and I swung, and I mean I really swung, because I saw the ball soar over the outfielders' heads, going, gone. And that is taking it 450 dead center, and that was my first ever out of the park home run. My coach and teammates helped, especially with the offer of ice cream afterward. But I know I did that too because of the confidence I had built, something that I didn't always have. I used to struggle with believing in myself and telling myself to just try, and most of that was because of how I was scared of being judged by others and even more by myself. I've always wanted the best for others and for myself, but I used to let the fear and the worry about negative comments take over. That is until I realized that the fear of judgment kept me from even trying, and that's what I appreciate about AVID. Since I've been in AVID, my confidence has grown a lot. This year, I hit another home run when I joined AVID because I joined a family. AVID is a family. Don't get me wrong, I love and appreciate my family at home, even my brother when he eats all the bacon. He made up for it by making me waffles later. But this family, this AVID family, is filled with so many people who inspire me. My AVID family shows you how to talk to people in a way that is almost gentle and very supportive. There's no judgment, but there's always room to improve. The AVID class is full of people who can help you learn from your mistakes because there's usually someone who's made the same mistake, learned from it, and wants to help you learn too. My best friend Maggie is the reason I joined AVID. To be honest, this started because she and I wanted to have more classes together for 7th grade. So she said, you should join AVID. I was like, what the heck was AVID? And then she showed me her notebook, and oh my goodness, all the highlights and helpful information, way more than I had in my notes at the time. Right there I knew AVID was the place I belonged in. And my notes now, after 1 year in AVID, look a lot more like what I saw that day in Maggie's notebook. And I do have to say, taking notes is probably one of my favorite things because I can write down what's important and go back to make sure it makes sense in order to help me study. If there's one thing I would say about AVID over and over again, it would be about how much time you spend laughing and learning. Learning doesn't have to be boring, and AVID taught me that. My AVID teacher, Mr. Wilson, helped teach us that. He's the reason why we are a family in AVID. He's been like a coach for school by teaching us how to take better notes, showing us examples, and giving guidance on how much to write and what to highlight. He's also always been there for any questions I have had or any support I need. Thank you. And like I said before, I'm grateful for my family at home and how they have helped me raise my confidence. My mom and dad, who are both educators and the best parents anyone could ask for. They are the reason I can be in this program. They are supportive of my academics, my athletics, and my overall self. And I guess it helps that my dad also coaches sports because he knows how to read me. He knows when to step in to give advice and when to stay back and observe to let me try. AVID is amazing, especially when it helps you find the right people, the people who are on your team, and the people who become your family. All in all, AVID's biggest impact was changing my mindset. Like with sports, sometimes how you play isn't all about the skills. Most of the time, it's about how you think. There's a performance mindset where you play like a beast and a practice mindset where you act like a student. I'm so very grateful that I can be here, and as you think about the students who will be in your class this fall, I challenge you to do these 3 things. I challenge you to be welcoming, help each student feel like you want to get to know them. I challenge you to remember that the first day of school is like a first game. They're not going to be perfect, but you can take this time to figure out how am I going to teach them. I challenge you to make sure to give the same amount of attention to each student and give each student that chance. Otherwise, how are you going to get to know them? Finally, take it 450 dead center in how you support students who are like me. Thanks to my AVID family, not only am I more confident, but I'm also taking this confidence to what I do 5 years after I graduate from high school. I want to study something that has to do with being a coach or physical therapist so I can be able to help people. To close, I want to share something that my dad always says that helps keep building my confidence. You never know if you don't try, and with a mindset filled with negative things, you won't do anything with that attitude. Thank you.